Can you guys tell me about your background?
Did my master's in management in Sweden, school called Stockholm School of Economics. And then I've been basically doing a minor in finance at Harvard, and also some exchange courses in Hong Kong. So didn't study for this at all, like no red line anywhere. Was thinking to do investment banking like everybody else for my school until I kind of realized that it was not at all what I wanted to do. And yeah, that led me on the track of doing general management for other multinationals. I've been working with Skype, and after that with EF. And yeah, kind of felt this was something that I had a lot more interest in doing. Every time we have any interview and anybody asks me what was my background, without a fault, everybody's like, so you did finance at Harvard, you had a fantastic job with a large multinational, so why this? Did you lose your job? You're like, no. So why? And the point is not, you know, there's a lot of other things you can do that is sort of safe career and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you need to do something that you believe in. Because if you start a business and it's not going well, because there's always going to be days when it's not going well, it doesn't matter what you do. You still need to like what you're doing, so you still want to go up and do it tomorrow. You know, you don't want to pack up your shop and just go home because you had a bad day, right? And at least personally, I was feeling like I had too many bad days in my old career, and thinking like, I don't enjoy what I'm doing particularly. So why would I spend more time doing this instead of doing something that I like? So numbers-wise, is it financially logical to leave my old career and do this instead of doing investment banking or stuff like that? No, not at all, not yet. But does it make me feel good about what I do on a daily basis? Do I enjoy what I do? Yes. And you know, like, if you look at all the sort of good examples of entrepreneurial endeavors from say Sweden, for instance, right? It's all examples of people that have done things that they wanted to fix.
So you find the environment here is quite welcome with your product?
Yeah, it's been going surprisingly well, to be honest. I mean, like we said, we don't have the background to do this. I don't think you need to, as long as you're passionate about what you do and you love what you do. And you always want to make what you do better. You know, like, people always ask, like, why do you do furniture like this? Why do you do the interiors like this? Why does the product like this? And it's like everybody expects an answer to say, oh, because the market analysis said blah, blah, blah. And we didn't do that either. We said, what kind of coffee do we like? What kind of interiors do we like? And then we did it based on that, and if people like it, good. If you don't, that's fine too. Luckily, it turns out that people like it, and that's fantastic. But I believe whenever you do anything that's business-wise, you need to find something that you believe in, that you can stick by, and you know, whatever people say about it, even if you have negative comments, you can still, you know, say, you know, we did it because of this. Because that's the way we want to do it, that's what we believe in. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's okay, not everybody needs to agree. So yeah, I think that's the key why it's still, you know, it makes sense from a sort of life point of view without sounding too much like a hippie. But you need to somehow find something you can do on a daily basis that you enjoy doing. Yeah, like a lot of the entrepreneurial sort of initiatives that you see in Indonesia, for a big majority, I think, is people that somehow want to, or no, the perception of entrepreneurial efforts in Indonesia is aimed towards making money. It's like, if you're making money, you're awesome. If you're famous, you're awesome. If you're special, you're awesome. It's not towards like, why do you run your business? What's the heart of it? What's the values behind it? Why do you do it the way you do? Why do you treat your staff the way you do? So I think that's sort of the difference with, like, so many people start things because it makes them look cool. It makes them look successful. Even if the business is perhaps not successful, they pump enough money into it to make it look like it's successful. And that's sort of like an underlying phenomenon that I've never seen anywhere else, where everybody's so eager to polish the facade, if you will. So it's not, oh, I'm so passionate about coffee, so I'm going to start a coffee shop. It's like, okay, my dad runs oil plantations, or like, you know, palm oil, or coal mining, or, you know, manufacturing industry, and 20 other things. And coffee looks like it could be another business that we can make money on. but bringing it up in a nice way, it's a bit tricky. To be fair, I mean to be entirely honest, I mean like it's also not a business thing. Let's start a business and really focus on building the business from the proper way. Because at the end of the day, we set out to create a small family of people that wanted to do something new, that wanted to do something that is not what they've done before.
What is your opinion about the entrepreneurial phenomenon in Indonesia that we have lately?
Honestly speaking, I think also another problem with Indonesian entrepreneurship is that everybody's going in for it. Not everyone, I'm generalizing a little bit there, but I think there's this lack of interest of actually running a business, but it's more towards owning a business. Everybody wants to be an owner. Everybody want to be perceived as an entrepreneur because it's kind of hip at the moment to be an entrepreneur in Indonesia. But when it comes to the daily chores, like mopping the floors, making sure the stock is kept, making sure that, those kind of things, nobody's really that interested. Like even in studio for the first year, every weekend I was standing doing the dishes. And all the customers would always ask, like, who's the bule? Oh, he's the owner. Why is he doing the dishes? And it would be so remarkable to people to see why.
And I'm standing in the cashier.
Yeah. And that makes the most sense. We're a full house. We're having a bit of a delay on our orders because we can't catch up. Obviously, I'm gonna help out and do my part.
Yeah.
To me, that's absolutely clear that it has to be that way. But then our team told us, like in their previous jobs, they've never even seen the owner. He's the guy that sends his driver to pick up the money, but they've never actually seen him in the shop. And that to me makes absolutely no sense. Unless you do the grunt work, how are you gonna know what your customers are like? What do they enjoy about your shop? What do the staff feel? What is wrong with your staff? Why is the customer service not as good as it should be? There's so many issues in this small machine that you need to understand. Otherwise, you cannot run your business.